two of the most important things, because you can't legally advertise your property without them. So yeah, landlord registration and EPC rating has to go on there. And again, the EPC rating is something that will influence a tenant's decision to let the property, because if it's a low energy efficiency rating, then they will potentially have higher utility bills. Do you know, so that all will factor into their affordability for the property as well. The rent might be X amount, but they factor in their council tax, and then they're like, okay, well, I'm going to be paying X amount on utilities because it's not as energy efficient as, say, another property that's on the market. That could then seriously influence their decision. So yes, these are things that need to be included as well. So trading standards, as I say, have just been, these things have been updated just fairly recently. So if you're unaware, brush up on that. If you're not too sure, speak to your local agent, speak to myself, speak to one of my team. Happy to help. The prescribed information. Now, alongside your tenancy agreement, there's a lot of paperwork that you do need to supply a tenant before the actual tenancy begins. And although in some cases, not too long before, do you know, it has to be done. So let's have a breakdown of what that is. Now, it will differ across the country. So in England and Wales and things, it'll be different from Scotland. So I'll go through the different areas just at the moment. So supplying the government's how to rent guide in England, the tenant information pack in Scotland, and a guide to a home in private rented sectors in Wales. That's all. I mean, the three different areas all have different pre-prescribed information that you need to provide, but the tenant information pack in Scotland has to go out with the PRT, the private residential tenancy, and like I say, it's the how to rent guide in England and the a home in the private rented sector in Wales. So slightly different. They will probably have a lot of the same information in it, but they are specific to the different countries. So providing copies of the energy performance certificate, your electrical safety certificate, and where applicable, obviously the gas safety certificate, if there's gas appliances, gas boiler and things there as well. There are other certificates that go in there, like the Legionella risk assessment, and you know, you've got your fire safety notice and things there as well. But these are your three main ones, as your EPC, your electricity. And for me, do you know, if there's gas in the property, your gas safety check is paramount. It is the most important one. But these are ones, I mean, by no means are not important as well. One thing you need to do, and we have this in all our properties, and if you're a self-managed landlord, you should be doing this, or if you have an agent, make sure they are doing this, but to test all your smoke alarms and your carbon monoxide detectors on the day the tenancy starts.